What's up, guys? It's your boy DJ coming at you with an update on the Uscooters Booster GT. And I did a range test today on it, and I want to share some of that information with you guys. So some of you may want to do what I have done. My Uscooters Booster GT. Okay, first of all, when you buy this scooter, it comes with a 10.5 amp hour battery, okay? My objective is to have a super lightweight scooter, but be able to travel up to 50 miles, okay? Okay, guys, I have the formula for those of you who want to do this because I'm very close. First of all, here's what I did. I did a range test today with this scooter, but the difference is I added an 8 amp hour battery right here. Right in the little pouch. There's a little 8 amp hour battery. It weighs about 4 pounds. So that jumps my weight up to about 34.5 pounds for the scooter here, which will be one of the lightest weight scooters around and to be able to get that type of range. Give you an example. The Emove Cruiser is a range master. It gets like 50 miles. Excuse me, sorry about that, guys. It gets like 50 miles per charge, something like that. Well, that scooter weighs about 53 pounds, though, okay? Just by adding an 8 amp hour battery, I was able to achieve a range of 39.6 miles today. Just prove my point. Let me see if I can turn it on. Check it out. Okay, as you guys can see, the battery's empty, right? Zero, well, it says 10%. And my range was what? 39.6 miles. That's how far I traveled today. And guys, that's no stopping. I mean, I stopped to sightsee and stuff like that. But that's how far I was able to travel with adding an 8 amp hour battery. Okay? If you guys decide that you want to add an 8 amp hour battery, it's quite simple. The main thing you want to do is get a parallel plug, okay, or a parallel Y adapter, whatever you want to call it. And what that does is you're able to add a battery to the one that's in there, anywhere from a 10 amp hour battery to a 14 amp hour battery, whatever you can squeeze in there. As long as you use a parallel plug, it will keep the batteries at the same voltage, okay? That way, you know, your controller recognizes the battery as one big battery. Okay, not as two, but as one. So you get your parallel plug, make sure it's parallel, not series, because if you have a plug in series, you will fry your controller. Okay, so that's the secret. The secret is get a parallel plug, get you another battery, get you a pouch like I did right here, and strap that bad boy on, and you can greatly extend the range of your scooter. I'll give you an example. This scooter comes with a 10.5 amp hour battery. I added an 8 amp hour battery. This is now an 18.5 amp hour scooter. Okay? My goal is range. Range. Sorry for saying that so loud. My goal is range. And I don't care about flying, doing 25, 30 miles an hour. I don't even want to do all that. I'll do it when I need to. You know, if I need to jump up to those higher speeds, not 25. Usually, I try to peak it off at 20. This scooter right here, they say will do 30 miles an hour. I don't ride it like that, but it is quite fast when I put it in mode 4. So anyway, guys, back to what I was saying. My goal is to have an ultralight scooter that can get me 50 miles. And I pretty much have accomplished that goal. Like I said, today I got 39.6 miles off of an 18.5 amp hour scooter. Okay? That's very close to my goal. I only have a measly 10.5 miles to go, and I'm there. And all I have to do to achieve that goal is simply get a slightly bigger battery than an 8 amp hour battery. I do have a 10 amp hour battery, and with that should get me right. It should get me that extra 10 miles that I'm looking for. So mission accomplished as far as I'm concerned. Or better yet, I also have a 14 amp hour battery that fits in that little pouch too, and that will definitely get me 50 plus miles. So for those of you who want to convert your scooter, whether it be this one or any other type of scooter, simply get a parallel plug and get you an external battery. Make sure the voltage is the same. If you have a 54 or 48 volt scooter, make sure you get a 48 volt battery. Or if you have a 36 volt, same thing. Make sure your battery is the same. And the main thing is to use that parallel plug. Okay? So one thing that's kind of interesting, the Emove Cruiser is the range killer right now, right? Emove Cruiser weighs about 58 pounds, I think, 53 to 58 pounds. All right? So technically, this scooter right here, guys, can match or beat the Emove Cruiser's range by simply adding a 10 amp hour battery to a 14 amp hour battery onto this scooter here. A 14 amp hour battery will, if I got 39 miles off of just adding an 8 amp hour battery, just imagine what you can get by adding a 14 amp hour battery. And I do have one. So if you want to beat the range of the Emove Cruiser, simply add a 14 amp hour battery to your scooter here, and you will have a 24.5 amp hour scooter. Okay? And it will be much lighter than the Emove Cruiser. Like I said, I added an 8 amp hour battery, and this scooter only weighs 34 pounds. It's still like 20 pounds lighter than the Emove Cruiser. Now, if you had a 14 amp hour battery, it's going to be a little heavier, of course. It's probably going to be around 7 or 8 pounds. That will jump this scooter up to what, about 36, 37 pounds. Still much lighter than the Emove Cruiser. Okay? Now, this is what I call my adventure scooter. Okay? This scooter is quite awesome. Why is it awesome? Because it's so light. And also, guys, this scooter has solid wheels. So I don't have to worry about getting a flat. And it has full suspension. Okay? I did 39 miles on it today. My feet are fine. It was quite comfortable. Okay? And then again, guys, I did it only averaging speeds of 10 to 11 miles an hour. So most guys don't ride at the slower speeds like that on these type of scooters. Okay? But I'm a range guy. I like to be able to be out there in the middle of nowhere and know I can get home. So a great advantage to having these scooters that have solid wheels and non-pneumatic tires is you don't have to worry about getting it flat. Okay? And this scooter right here, specifically having suspension, it kind of balances everything out. Like the Emove Cruiser, for example. The Emove Cruiser is a full suspension scooter. This scooter here is a full suspension scooter. The Emove Cruiser stock can travel up to 50 to 60 miles off of a single battery. This thing right here, the Uscooters GT, if you add a 10 to 14 amp hour battery, that'll bring your weight up to the scooter to about 37 pounds, 38 pounds. Still 10 pounds lighter than the Emove Cruiser, but yet you have the Emove Cruiser's range. And you have solid tires, so you don't have to worry about getting a flat. So you might want to consider that. You know, like I said, I did 39 miles on this scooter today just by simply adding an 8 amp hour battery, which makes this scooter here, again, an 18.5 amp hour scooter. But that's only at 10 miles an hour. And I have to say that the meter on this scooter is quite accurate because it did when it said it had no power left, the power really dropped off. So I was wondering if that meter was quite accurate. Evidently it is. So guys, yeah, simply, again, if you want to extend the range of your scooter, pretty much most of them, then again, like I have a Segway right there, which is really nice. You know, they have the app on their scooter, which means they have a BMS that really monitors the system on that scooter. I don't know if I'll be able to add a external battery to that scooter or not. I'll have to look it up to find out. But since this scooter isn't as scientific or as advanced as far as having, you know, an app, a legitimate app anyway, that monitors your battery and everything else, you're able to get away with it. So, okay, guys, I hope that helped you guys out. Again, I'm a long range guy. I like to have a scooter that can get me up to 50 to 60 miles. And that is my goal with this scooter. And as far as I'm concerned, that goal is accomplished by simply adding my 10 amp hour battery. That's an 8 amp hour battery in there now. I'll put my 10 amp hour battery in there. I will definitely get 50 miles. Okay, guys, just wanted to share the information. Later.